It's Glamstract here, another video, another foundation review. And today's foundation is the COUTURE Totale Serum Foundation by Dior. The shade that I've picked for myself is 2N. I purchased this foundation last year. It was sometime around summertime, and I've been using it since. I've been using it on and off, obviously. I haven't been using it every day. Also because this is an anti-aging foundation, and I don't think I'm at that stage yet where I want to use constant anti-aging products. I know they say the sooner the better, but I like to sort of dip in and out of it. This foundation, it also has SPF 20 PA++. I am on the Dior website. Just read through the description of this foundation. The new COUTURE Totale Super Potent Serum Foundation. Don't know why it says the new. Have they reformulated it? Because that was ages ago. Anyway, is inspired by the science of mother cell and your expertise to correct 4 dimensions of the skin for a youthful complexion, firmness, wrinkles, dark spots, and radiance. The meltingly soft, luminous texture at this serum foundation instantly makes the skin smooth, radiant, and supple. The foundation stays in place all day, providing comfort and hydration for a long-lasting plumping effect. Enriched with Langosa, an excellent flower from the Dior gardens that is known for its revitalizing properties, super potent serum foundation visibly improves facial firmness and the appearance of wrinkles. Now, I'm going to read you the next phrase. I was reading it earlier and I was giggling to myself. At its best, the face is completely radiant and appears 3 years younger. It just made me giggle when I read that because it's so Dior. So like, yeah. I already have primer skin with the COUTURE Totale Dreamskin Care and Perfect Serum. I've used it with different kind of primers. I've used with powder and no powders. I've used it with different tools, sponge, fingers, and brush, which I'm going to use today, my usual Dior number 12 foundation brush. Smell-wise, it does have that COUTURE Totale smell. Now, if you're more familiar with the COUTURE Totale smell, it's almost like, I don't know, is it pencil case mixed with some greens? It's really hard to describe. It is a quite thick foundation, but it's not thick that it feels uncomfortable on the skin, heavy. It's just very rich. You can tell that it's a serum foundation. It's got some heavy packed skincare in there. It blends it into the skin very nicely straight away. It doesn't need any time to set. It definitely has a lovely medium to full coverage. In fact, I reach out for this foundation the days that maybe I want to look a little bit more flawless and have that nice coverage on, but still looking natural. Just looks quite nice and luminous, quite healthy. If you're looking for a nice serum foundation with a little bit of anti-aging in there, this is definitely a good one to go for. It's beautiful. It does not emphasize any pores on my skin. As I said at the very beginning, I did use this foundation with different types of primers, matte, luminous, hydrating, and it performed with all of them. It's not a picky foundation. I don't know if you translate in camera, but it does make the skin look quite flawless, and I'm really happy with it. And truly what you see on the skin right now, this is what you're going to see when you're going to take the makeup off. It's one of those foundations that stays put and looks flawless all day long. For concealer, I'm going to use the Dior Backstage Fresh Perfector Concealer. And I have in the shade 2N as well as the foundation. But the concealer, even though it's 2N, they tend to be a tiny little bit lighter. And the Backstage Concealer, if you haven't tried it, I think it's beautiful. It's really it's really natural, it's really thin. It just works quite nicely with any sort of foundations. Even like with a no makeup day, just the concealer on its own is quite pretty. But make sure you get the right shade when you do it on makeup. Just love how my eye looks very brightened, awakened, and lifted. This foundation and concealer is definitely one of those that needs some setting. In fact, I am going to use the Dior Forever Cushion Powder because it's quite nice and emollient. You don't want that to move throughout the day. I don't know if you scratch your face or anything. So a little bit of powder is definitely going to do the job. I really used to enjoy from Dior their Forever foundation. Now they have reformulated into this new bottle and a new formula obviously inside. I think they have infused it with skincare, and they did the same thing with the Forever concealer. And can I be honest, I don't like them as they used to anymore. The old, not the very first, obviously going back, but I think it was the second, or I can't remember, so they changed it so many times, but the previous, before they changed it to this one, the previous foundation from the Forever, it was one of my favorites, the Forever Glow. It was just something else. The skin looked like butter. It looked beautiful, like skin. But since they changed it, they became a little bit too heavy on the skin. I mean, the previous one reminded me a little bit of this finish, you know, probably that's why I quite like this foundation. Just a very clean, but it's got nice coverage, but you can detect that coverage, just looks very natural. Beautiful. Who is with me on that? Comment down below. Have you tried this foundation? Do you remember the old Forever? I used to love them so much, but unfortunately they're all gone. I think I still have a brand new bottle somewhere, but I had it for a while, but it hasn't been opened, so I wonder if it's still okay. We'll see. I'm gonna go off camera now and I'm going to do the rest of my face. I'm gonna try and use mostly, if not everything, Dior on my skin, and I'll be back very shortly to give you my final thoughts. I'm back. Let me quickly go through everything I've used on my skin. I have powdered my skin with the Dior Forever Cushion Powder in the shade Fair. Lovely powder, but very, very powdery, like the powder goes everywhere. Forever Natural Bronze in the shade 4 Tan Bronze, and that's the shade over here. I prefer the number 4 in particular because it's more of a neutral, slightly cooler tone. Then I've used the Rouge blush in the shade 962 Poison Matte. This is what the blush looks like. It's a lovely, I think it's very wintry. It's got that sort of, you know, cold cheeks. For highlighter, I've used the Dior Forever Couture Luminizer, and I have it in the shade 01 Nude Glow. It's just a lovely nude, slightly warmer. For eyes, I have used the Sans Couleur Couture eyeshadow palette in the shade 559 Poncho. Everyday natural palette. I haven't used all the shades in there, but it's just really natural. I have a Dior mascara, but I'm finding with mascara because once they're open, you know, I feel like I need to finish them. So I've used my usual Chanel Le Volume in Brun. It's like a nice brown mascara. And for lips, I have used the Rouge Dior 337 Rose Brun. This is a satin balm. This is what it looks like. It's a beautiful, very corally rose kind of balm, but it's extremely natural and it's got such a nice shine. I prefer this over the Matter. I know Dior has launched new lipsticks, you know, the one that comes with the magnifying, and it's got some skincare in it apparently. I have tried one color that I actually quite liked and I'm tempted to purchase. I believe it's called Mitza. Yeah, it is called Mitza. It's very close to my lip, but it just enhanced them even more, but it's got a lot of pigment, so they're quite beautiful. Obviously, we are here for the COUTURE Totale Serum Foundation. I hope they won't change the formula like they did with the Forever, because the Forever is now ruined for me. I love that range. I haven't told you the price for this foundation. So here in the UK, this foundation retails for £77. Obviously, the price is explained by the fact that this is a serum foundation, so it's skincare packed, and usually they cost a little bit more than a normal foundation. Shade range is not the greatest because I believe they only have 13 shades. How many shades do they have? Yeah, 13 shades. And we are at the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. But also, if you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs up as well, because why not? Let's spread love. Let me know in the comments down below if you have tried this foundation, or if you want to try this foundation, or which one is your favorite Dior foundation. Have you tried the new formula from the Forever? I mean, I'm saying new, but they redid it last year. But the newest formula, did you enjoy it? Do you still like as much as the previous one? Or do you agree to what I'm saying has changed and it's not the same? While you're here on my YouTube channel, why don't you just go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube if you want. Head over to my Instagram and you can follow me there at Glamstract as well. Thank you so much for watching again, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.